So today we will be learning about the eyes and just some fun little facts. So let's begin. So what is colour and how do we see it? The eyes allow colour to be perceived and interpreted by the brain. They account for approximately 70% of our total sensory perception, not only of colour but also perspective and distance. Their ability to filter and interpret light contributes to the majority of our everyday experiences, because what we see influences how we feel and react in almost every moment. Structure of the eyes. So each eye is a small, roughly spherical structure that is approximately 3 centimeters in diameter. Only around 1/6 of its surface is exposed to the outside. This is the eye we see in a person's face. The remainder of the eye's surface is set back inside the skull and is protected by a bony socket. The eyes connect to optical nerves that relay the impressions of light back to the brain, particularly in an area at the back of the brain called the visual cortex, where visual impressions are interpreted. Inside each eyeball are a number of important structures. There is a lens that becomes thinner when you look into the distance, or thicker when you need to see close up. The iris, the coloured part of the eye, is actually a muscle that changes the size of the pupil in order to control the amount of light entering the eye. At the back of the eye is the retina, a layer with 2 types of light-sensitive cells called rods and cones. The rods help us see in darkness and distinguish black, white, and shades of grey. The cones enable us to see red, green, and blue, and are better suited to detecting fine detail in daylight. So now we have light and the eyes. So the main rays of the colour spectrum appear in a rainbow: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. When sunlight splits white light into colours by shining through rain droplets. There are other bands of light our eyes cannot see, such as ultraviolet rays from sunlight and infrared rays used in security systems or in the remote control of your television. Electric light is artificially created and operates mainly in the visible part of the spectrum. Over millions of years of evolution, our eyes and brains have become used to interpreting colours. Reds, oranges, and yellows appear warm to us, and they have a stimulating or energizing effect. Greens, blues, and violets are cooler hues with a more soothing effect. Although we live in artificial environments, we still long for outdoor landscapes filled with blue sky, and we enjoy the colours of flowers balanced by green leaves. For thousands of years before the invention of electric light, the rhythms of our lives were far more governed by the presence or absence of natural light, and the effects of light on our eyes dictated how we lived. So the average blink lasts for about 1/10 of a second. While it takes some time for most parts of your body to warm up to their full potential, your eyes are on their A game 24/7. With eyes heal quickly. With proper care, it only takes about 48 hours for the eye to repair a corneal scratch. Seeing is such a big part of our everyday life that it requires about half of the brain to get involved. sensitive to reconstruct successfully. The cells in your eye come in different shapes. Rod-shaped cells allow you to see shapes, and cone-shaped cells allow you to see color. You blink about 12 times every minute. Some people are born with two different colored eyes. This condition is heterochromia. If no one in the past few generations of your family has blue or green eyes, these recessive traits can still appear in later generations. Each of your eyes has a small blind spot in the back of the retina where the optic nerve attaches. You don't notice the hole in your vision because your eyes work together to fill in each other's blind spot. Out of all of the muscles in your body, the muscles that control your eyes are the most active. 80% of vision problems worldwide are avoidable or even curable. I'm just getting more facts. Sorry about that. Okay. Eyes are thought to have first developed in animals in a very basic form around 550 million years ago. The most common eye color in the world is brown. You see with your brain, not your eyes. Our eyes function like a camera, capturing light and sending data back to the brain. Dogs can't distinguish between red and green. Eye color is determined by the amount of melanin in your iris. Your eyes become tired when you read or stare at a computer. This is because you blink less often. Although our noses and ears keep growing throughout our lives, our eyes remain the same from birth. You blink more when you talk. Diabetes is the number one cause of blindness in adults in the UK. It's impossible to sneeze with your eyes open. An ostrich's eye is bigger than its brain. The human eye can see 500 shades of grey. You blink on average 4,200,000 times a year. The cornea is the only tissue in the human body which doesn't contain blood vessels. Eyelashes have an average lifespan of 5 months.